Greetings everyone, welcome Chess Advanced. And this game is from 1912. With the white pieces we have Stefan Levitsky, and with the black pieces we have Frank Marshall. And if we've been following chess for a few years, you know which game I'm talking about. And this game can only be enjoyed if you flip the board and see it from the perspective with the black pieces. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So without further ado, let's start with this game, because this game is a literal beauty. So hey, Marshall starts with e6, but first we have d4, e6, e4, and we go for d5, knight to c3, and c5. We go for the French defense. The Marshall himself is playing it, so it's Marshall variation, and we have knight to f3 and knight to c6, and we have e captures, and here bishop to e2, and here instead of this bishop to e2, you could also go for this bishop to b5, and here after a move like knight to f6, you'd probably castle, and here after bishop to d6, bishop to g5, now you'll castle, and here after bishop captures, queen captures, now you play this knight captures, just grabbing back that pawn, and here after queen to h6, you'll play this d captures, bishop captures, and queen to c1, and you could trade, you could also go for this and maybe this, and you'll have a great game. So but that was also all in the possibility, and here just bishop to e2, but now just going for this knight to f6. We have castles, bishop to e7, and here going for bishop to g5, and here finally going for castles by black. Now we have d captures, and now not capturing it right away, but here first going for this bishop to e6, and this bishop to e6 might seem like a slow move, but actually it all works out in favor, because here just knight to d4, and here you could trade, but then you get the queen instant development, so not something you want to do. So here bishop caps on c5, just putting some pressure on that knight, and here just knight caps on e6. Now f captures might seem like a bad move because you've created a weak pawn, and don't want to do that. Here just bishop to g4, just immediately going for that pawn, but here you could also go for a very nice draw in this position, which is starts with this knight captures on g4, yes, sacrificing the entire queen, because here after bishop captures, now you play this knight captures, and now the problem is that you cannot actually capture this, because if you capture this, then this comes with the check king moves, and you'll get this position where white is better, but then you have two rooks for the queen. Your rook is not developed, and I have two pieces, so basically I'm just an exchange down, but also I have two pawns, so I mean it could be very good. But here just bishop to g4, and here after bishop to g4, queen to d6 was played, but now comes this bishop to h3, and this bishop to h3, not really a good move, because it was played just so you could keep an eye on this, maybe just put some extra pressure on it, but then again there was no point in doing this. So here just rook to e8, but now just queen to d2, and here bishop to b4, now just pinning that knight, not allowing that knight to move, because that knight could actually cause some troubles. Here bishop caps on f6, but now just rook captures, and here rook a d1, queen to c5, but now just queen to e2, and here maybe just trying something here, trying an attack, maybe in future you want to push those pawns, maybe just get that here, and maybe just try and target, put some extra pressure. Here bishop caps on c3, just grabbing that pawn, b captures, and here just capturing that, and here just rook caps on d5. You obviously cannot capture because of this pin, so I believe that's exactly what he was going for. But here just knight to d4, and this knight to d4 is such a beautiful move, because here what Stefan missed in this position is no one could have found, because here the best move in this position is just to go for queen to e4, and queen to e4, it's a game that keeps you in the game. It's a move that keeps you in the game. Here after rook to f4, now you'll probably play a move like this, and here after h6, now you play this f3, because f3 just defends against everything in this position, and here after e captures, now you go for this queen caps on e8, sacrificing the rook, but now you also have a position where almost maybe exchanging the rook, but now you have a position where your king is safe, but as compared to black's king, I mean, all of these all of these pieces are against there, and it's just going to be very much difficult to hold here. So maybe that's why he didn't go for it. But here just queen to h5, and it just becomes much worse. So I'm going to ask you to pause the video and try and find out the only move in this position that wins the game right on the spot. So have at it. So congratulations to everyone who's able to find this move, and the move is just rook e to f8, and that's about it, because here just rook to e5 was played, but now you understand the idea behind rook e to f8, not just that was under attack, so you have to move it, but because now you get this beautiful rook to h6, and now you understand the problem, because where is the queen going? If the queen goes here, then even this is much worse. then you'll face this beautiful knight to f3. And now you understand that, once as soon as you capture this comes with a discovered attack on the rook. So once you capture, now I can capture this and your pawn structure is ruined. I'm up the exchange, this is coming, it's just a completely losing position. So here queen to g5 was tried. Just after rook to h6, queen to g5 was tried, but now what you have to see was this beautiful rook captures on h3. And the idea is there is basically nothing for you to do in this position, because if you even decide or dare to capture, then just this forks and it's just completely losing. Now you cannot do anything in this position. So here Stefan tried the only thing he could. He went for this rook to c5, attacked the queen. But now here Frank Marshall in this position played a move that showered gold coins from the audience that was watching the game, and he played this beautiful queen to g3. And yes, this is the American beauty, and this is the game, because here you cannot do anything other than resigns, because whatever you do in this position is just losing. If you capture the queen, then well, that's this fork, and after captures, this comes with a check. Once the king moves, another check, and now the next move I'm going to move the rook away, and I'm in a complete piece up and in a completely winning position. So but what happens if I don't capture the queen? What happens if I capture with this? If you capture with this, then simply same idea works. You move and you get mated into. And the other one is even worse than this. If you decide and you decide to capture this way, then this is just checkmate. So this is just absolutely brilliancy that that you had to see. And there is nothing you can do other than this. There is no attack happening, there is no back rank weaknesses, there is absolutely nothing. So it was on this move, on move 23, that Stefan Levitsky resigned the game and Frank Marshall got this spectacular American beauty. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll be coming back to games like these, so stay tuned for that, and I'll be seeing you guys very soon.